really comes across in this remade strike. And you know, they get a good balance of nostalgia, but with fresh new challenges to the mix. So that's something really commendable that Bungie did with this expansion, and something they don't get a lot of credit for, I don't think.
That was incredible.
Another big addition to the Rise of Iron expansion with the addition of skeleton keys, which help you get strike hordes chest at the end of strikes.
Oh my
which
god,
get you
Pat, did you just miss
strike-specific
that
loot.
shot?
No.
You
See now,
scum,
if
yes,
you
did.
miss
No, I
Sepix
didn't. That's why his
Perfected
shield went down.
No.
with the Scorch Cannons, you won't be able to
That's your
damage
face,
him.
Dave.
But in this case, Stealth Pancake did hit him, so we are able to damage him. But now he has the Solar Shield.
I'm gonna pop a bubble here in the center. Take cover, guys.
Thanks, Schlep.
See, it's really crucial that you implement the proper loadouts. Everyone seems to want to run the offensive supers, and while I have to admit it does seem to be a more fun build, the defensive supers can really come in handy during the PvE.
Portion of the game.
Yes, thank you, Rob. I don't even know what to do right now.
Up for revive. Oh,
I'm
he's
debating if I
damaging.
should use Quantum Plasma or not. I was getting straight up raped by Quantum Plasma in PvP the other day.
Yeah, it's nasty in PvP.
PvEP?
Yeah.
It's a new game mode. Fuck you, that.
Or in my case, PV small p.
Yeah.
We're a big
Got
fan
me.
of self-deprecating humor here at the Absence Boys, if you couldn't tell by our clan name. We find self-deprecation to be one of the finer forms of comedy, and try not to result on making fun of others. This doesn't seem to be utilized by the Brown Eye Raiders, or one of our former members, Dangles MD, but he's also a total fag, so we're not gonna really worry about it.
Oh my god.
No. Had no idea you could go underneath here, to be honest.
You never do a year 1 Nightfall on this strike?
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, what are we gonna do? We need to get another person to raid.
Jobus. Someone's gotta use the null cannon. Firing!
Let's look up, let's post on LFG and get somebody who hasn't done it yet.
We have coins if you haven't popped them already, guys.
Thanks, Slip, but I'm really in the habit now of popping my 3 of coins at the beginning of strikes, so that I don't forget.
That's a good strategy that doesn't really seem to get utilized too much. Definitely helps to take a little stress off at the end, considering how it can get a little hectic at the end of these types of strikes.
Shit.
I think I'm gonna use the skeleton key on this strike. I got the Devil's Dawn Sniper strike specific, Sepix perfected loot. But I think that I'm gonna try and go for it again for higher level loot. So let's see what I get here out of this skeleton key for the strike specific Sepix perfected loot. Looks like I got an artifact. Maybe something went to my postman. Oh, I got a 377 artifact, so that's gonna really help my alternate characters here.
So Jeff, I'm still a little confused as to the process. I was wondering if you could explain something to me?
Sure. What's your question, Schlep?
So, are there ways to get Gary? Oh, sick! I got a 377 Eternal Warrior helm! So, are there any guaranteed ways to get skeleton keys throughout the week?
As far as I know, and as far as Bungie's confirmed, I don't think there is. I think you have to run strikes, and there's about a 1 in 5 or 6 skeleton key drop rate for strikes. As far as that though, I don't think there's any guaranteed way to get skeleton keys for strike specific loot, like in the Shepix Perfected Strike.
Thanks for clarifying.
You're welcome, Schlep. There is a lot of outrage in the Destiny community regarding skeleton key drop rates, so I would imagine Bungie will make a system that is more user friendly for PvE players.
See, you know, sometimes that really grinds my gears when they really start catering towards the casual gamers. What are your feelings on it? We'd love to hear from you guys as well. Make sure you comment on our videos. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And don't forget about our lore forums. Lots of interesting lore dropped with the Rise of Iron expansion regarding the Shiva outbreak and the fallen race as a whole. But anyway, back to the skeleton key casual drop rate conversation. So I tend to agree with you and
Alright,
disagree.
I'm going to bed.
Well, you would like Bungie to have activities that cater to the hardcore gamers. I think that you have to cater a little bit to the casual players as well, so as to make user-friendly content that everyone can feel a part of.
Alright, good night.
Good night.
Good night,
See you
Doug.
later. So is there any faster way than other methods to get done your noble deeds in the Plague Lands? Or is it pretty much just patrol missions?
As far as I know, it's pretty much patrol missions. I don't know if it works for Cosmodrome strikes per se. That we'll have to do a little bit more testing and get the results out to the audience at a later date. But right now, I think just patrolling is the easy way to go.
Yes, I got another Hawksaw.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a 378 Devil's Dawn strike specific Shepix Perfected loot.
Okay. Cause my inbox has really been blowing up with tips on how to get the noble deeds done a little bit faster, because I know you've definitely pointed out, Coop, that there seems to be some really great artifacts being sold since the Rise of Iron dropped. These artifacts, you know, whereas before artifacts seemed to just be something that implemented to increase light levels, these new artifacts really seem to be bringing some great perks into the mix, and it can really help to customize your loadout, whether it's offensively for radars. Also, the name's currently escaping my vocabulary, where you kill an ad and then you seem to take that ad over and it fights for the Guardians. Anyone remember the name of that perk?
Stealth Pancake, I think, don't you know the name of that artifact? Stealth Pancake?
Stealth?
It seems that we love stealth, I forget the exact name. I want to say it's a memory of Gelion? No,
See, that's not the case. Memory of Gelion artifact is actually the one that gives you increased primary radars. I know that because I just happened to purchase it in the Iron Temple just before I switched my characters.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, it's one of the Iron Lord's names. It's really just escaping me right now. I didn't purchase it when it was available. It's not something that I find myself, I think I'll be using, but it could really add a new fun dimension to PvE gameplay.
That's true. Even, you know, for our streamers that were watching us take down the first raid boss a little bit earlier, you know, in those type of situations when you're getting to the later enemy waves of a boss, there does seem to be lots of ads going on. So, you know, maybe it's just a matter of capturing one, getting them to become a friendly unit that could really turn the game around in your favor.
I would have to agree there, Shep, and that's a great point. It could really change up the PvE and raid landscape.
And you know, and let's not forget what this game's all about, right? It's about fun, you know. So adding in a new type of artifact like that, it's something I really commend Bungie for. I really appreciate the creativity and the thought process in behind it. I really hope people stop grinding so much for light levels and just, you know, step back and really just take in all the hard work these devs have been putting into this game. It's super beautiful. It's great to look at. It's got a great community feel. This is something that's been tailored with extensive community from the feedback from the community. This isn't something you see too often in the video game domain. So it's a refreshing start. And I'm really only expecting great things as Destiny works through their 10-year plan. Now, I'm not too keen on the details of the 10-year plan, but Coop, I believe you've been aware of the 10-year plan for some time now. Maybe you could enlighten us as to what Destiny's plans are?
So, Bungie, when they first announced this game, they wanted to go big time and really create a character that you could carry throughout the years, creating your own legend with it. And by doing this, they could create a 10-year plan that would allow this experience with your friends, with your family, with your guardian, tailoring your guardian with your loot, your weapons, and becoming legends. And, you know, throughout the first 3 years here, I'm really proud of what Bungie's done as far as following the community, but also following their own guidance and their own expertise, because they are one of the FPS masters. I mean, let's face it, the Halo franchise really put the FPS shooter into a whole generation of gamers, and you know, for that we can't thank them enough. But Destiny, they really created their own genre with this game, and it's really commendable. And you know, going forward, I think Destiny 2 will kick off year 4. I would imagine there will probably be about 3 games worth of Destiny, 3 new.
You know, could I chime in real quick?
Sure, Schlep.
You know, it's just, you bring up Bungie's effect on the FPS genre as a whole. I think something that a lot of people like to take some unwarranted shots at Destiny for their grindiness aspect. I can see how this is a little bit more off-putting to the casual gamer, but at the same time, you really need to give credit where credit's due here. This is something that's never really been done before. They're kind of in uncharted waters, and for a AAA developer to put out a title on this magnitude, I think it's something we really need to be more appreciative of, otherwise it gets stale. I mean, Call of Duty, really, what's been, you know, where's the innovation and ingenuity in the Call of Duty series? Undeniably, they had some titles that drew a pretty big crowd and seemed to be pretty much a cultural shockwave, but since then they seem to have fallen off a little bit and don't really seem to be bringing the creativity that the gaming community seems to be craving. I think Destiny is a great supplement for this need, and I'm really only expecting big things as time goes on. I'm also hoping that they rub off on some other developers and that we really start getting some more creativity going on. Creativity is the point of my little speech here, and I don't mean to go on like a broken harp. Jeff?